Alright, the heavy metal follow-up on the heavy metal Batman that I took apart. The one that came with the red guitar, that Batman. You'll probably recognize it if you're familiar with the DC Multiverse line. This is the torso, this is the arms. I'm not really going to edit this video, so if I mess up and fumble across all my words, which I probably am sure I will, I'm just going to leave it in there. I'm not going to do too much editing on this. But the legs came from the, I'll put it up on the screen now. I can't remember the name, Detective something maybe, with the brown trench coat. I'll put that up in a minute. I think that's what, I'm pretty sure this is what this is from. Yeah, that's what it's from. Outside of that, man, I 3D printed, like one of my first or second things I 3D printed, what I've always wanted to do was some head sculpts, and I found this. You probably can't tell as well, but I'm not painting the head sculpts today, but this one here was kind of messed up. This one here is much better. So the head sculpt is this. I'm showing you that because I'm showing you what's going to go onto the, what's going to be on the body. It's kind of Mod Podge type of thing, if that's a name, if you know, or just kind of a put together type of figure. And the hands, I'm not sure if I want to go with the hands from, I think the worst DC Multiverse figure I ever bought, which is the Black Mask Batman, which makes no sense, but I bought it. These are the hands from him. They're sanded down and ready to go. I don't know if I'm going to use one hand for the open hand because he's a zombie, and have a. I have to cut these off. This is from the Heavy Metal Batman hand that actually goes with this. I just didn't like the hands, but I do like the trigger figure hands, and I have them. I'm never going to use them, so I figure if I cut these studs off and shave it down and smooth it down, you know, where you really can't tell it, and put a handgun in his. I got it. Maybe a handgun, or I just might leave it alone. I don't know. Might just put the two regular goofy looking hands on it. But so what we're going to do today, I'm going to we're talking a little bit about like some toys or stuff or something. But I wanted, my primary objective here is to, not the torso, but we're going to mess with the legs, the leg and the arm. So far, what I did was I went with some Createx black for just blackening these parts in. I wasn't 100% sure where I'm going to go with it. I kind of like not knowing where I'm going with things. I kind of have an idea. I don't actually know exactly where I'm going. But the straps, I think I'm going to make them leather brown with the silver buckles, and this maybe army green, or no, I'll leave that brown because he's already army green. And I used Warpaint's army green for this green. So we're going to probably do some dry brushing with some gunmetal on all this black. That's why I blackened it out. It looks kind of cool like that though, to be honest with you. I don't know. See, I kind of like things simple, but they're boring. I've done it enough and they're just boring. I know I could probably put it together and make it look kind of neat, you know, because it is a cool looking color scheme and stuff, but real plain looking, but I don't know. But took my time yesterday to hit these little, I'm not really happy with these bicep and tricep, or the upper arm here. And in this I don't like this sculpt here, but I kept it because I don't know. I mean, I do like this gauntlet because it's crazy looking with the spikes and stuff. But I think I'm going to dry brush that. I don't know. I've already sprayed this a few times with some clear coat, matte clear coat. I sprayed it once with what was just black, and then I sprayed it again after doing the gunmetal. Well, not the gunmetal, but the you see here, this stuff here. So this Deco art is some really good stuff. Their Extreme Sheen is a really nice line. I got a few of these. I did my Donatello with this purple. Not this purple. This is gunmetal. This is metallic gray, of course, not gunmetal, but it's a metallic gray, which is really a nice color, as you could probably see. Really nice, and true to the color as well. So that's the color right here, and this looks really nice. I kind of like it by itself, but I know I got to do something with it, but I'm not sure. So we're going to go into attempt. I got my little swabs for your ear, my Q-tips, because I know I'm going to hit the green, which I don't want to, but I always go and fix it. But I try not to eliminate as much as possible. Eliminate that as much as possible because I'm trying to clean up. So that's what we're going to do today, and I think I'm going to use this gunmetal. This gunmetal is probably the best ever for more paint. This is true. I'm almost out. So this is 100% that color. So let's see what's going on. Let's see what's going to happen. But I must say, before we start, just for the topic of I'm going to miss the DC Multiverse line. Not so much because it's 7-inch or 6, or whatever it may be. It's 7-inch, but I mean, not because I think the other company's going to come in and give us 6-inch, which is great. That's fine. I kind of learned to love that idea of getting into more Marvel Legends stuff, but I tell you, if you can get some DC Multiverse figures cheap, if they ever come down, even especially if after they're long gone and they're just floating around on the internet like they were a couple years ago, $6-7 a piece, or used somewhere, and you like to customize, they're really user friendly. This is my barbecue. He's usually blue. This is my custom barbecue that I did. I do love G.I. Joe, but I don't have a lot of G.I. Joe because I don't want to go down that rabbit hole as well, because I collect Black Series, and I've been getting into this Gamerverse stuff here, man. This is amazing Captain America, and the reason why I'm bringing that stuff up to you, I am going to miss, and I think is it Hasbro? Who is it? I don't know who's going to get the next contract, but I don't care as long as they look cool. They're in scale. That'd be nice finally, because these are way much bigger, of course. But I am going to miss the diaper. When it comes to the diapers, I think McFarlane nailed it, and he completely took it to a whole nother level. Because if you're, like I said, if you're a DC Multiverse fan and you got a lot of the figures, you know what I mean. Like, for instance, with the Captain America, which is an amazing Captain America. It's just, this bothers me because I know it's for the articulation, but I just kind of wish they went with this kind of a diaper. I know probably most people don't, but I just love the idea because it doesn't look so much just like on every figure we get. It's the same. It just gets that little, just flat. It's weird looking. This is an eyesore to me, man. A little bit here, especially on the G.I. Joe. That's not too bad. That's not too bad. But if I'm going to cry and complain about that, that's what it would be. I am going to miss the diapers. These diapers, I mean, I don't know. I don't really do toy photography. And I'm sure there's a reason why I think a lot of people didn't like the diaper, because I think when you bend them too much, they can get a wear discoloration here if you pull the leg up too much, and I get it. But I primarily was doing custom with DC Multiverse, so enough of me I can't even talk, running my mouth about that and crying about that. Let's see if we can get into this here. I may have to bring out some of, if I can find any. Probably can't find it. Now that I'm recording, I can't find it, of course. Of course I can't find it. Why would I be able to find it? Found a Tauntaun. No, it's been just sitting there. Here it is. Here's my my putty here. I may do some putty stuff. I don't know. This stuff works, and you probably already know, great when it comes to trying to eliminate some spots here where you don't want to hit it. But I don't think we need to do that. I think I can do this without a whole lot of putty. So I went and got me a big elf brush, which I got one a while back that it's been holding up for at least a year and a half. I'm thinking, man, these are great. I don't buy makeup, so I don't know. I was talking to my daughter about it. She said the elf was really good when it comes to with this kind of thing, because when it comes to, I guess, for a dry brush, let me get a paper towel. They're right here in front of me. Thought they were way behind me. So let's see here. I know a lot of people say don't use a paper towel, but you know, it's all right, man. It don't matter. It doesn't matter. I have no problems with the paper towel by using it, and I know people are saying it comes off and gets in your paint. I don't know. I haven't had too much trouble, but I wish this is kind of too big, but I'm glad I have it, because I have a project coming up that I 3D printed yesterday. It's really, really nutty, man. I'm kind of excited about this. I might do some sanding with it during a live or something, man, because I printed this 11-inch 3D print that's, I don't want to talk about it too much because I'm getting excited and I won't want to do this, but I need to get something in between these here. So maybe I have to take these to the store like a weirdo and bring out my makeup kit in the makeup aisle when I don't buy makeup, and they can see me standing there trying to buy a makeup brush for when you know that they think you know they're not going to think because it's for, you know, a toy or painting. They're going to think you're going to be wearing it. You know what I'm trying to say? You're going to be putting your makeup on when you get home. So that's what I think. But I mean, hey, whatever, man. You know, I mean, I don't know. Anyway, so here we go. I'm going to try to avoid, I'm not going to hit the straps. I like to hit the boot, the shin plate, and the knee pad here. The only bad thing about the dry brushing is that it seems like you waste a lot, but maybe I say that because I'm using the wrong thing as my dry brush palette here, where I'll probably zoom in a little bit because I don't want to do too much editing on this because I'm getting lazy, but because I hate to leave it too far back because I end up getting off screen. So I'm going to try to pay attention where I'm at and leave this right here. But let's see what happens with this. Let's see what we can go with it. I don't know. Even though I'm the one to think I should have kept it black, because I mean, I like the simple colors, man, but it gets kind of boring when you do that. At least for me. The camera's shaking like crazy. That's fine because it's on the. Can't get it to stop shaking now. So see, I'm getting out of screen already. I hope it's not shaking too much. It is shaking. I can't help that because see if I can keep it up here instead. I like to keep it on the ground to keep it balanced, but I guess this would be okay. I mean, the dry brushing goes a long way, though. I don't know how far I want to go. I want to keep a lot of that dark in there. I don't know. I kind of like the idea of it. I still like the idea of it looking really dark. It's kind of neat, but like I was saying, boring. Not boring because people that don't dry brush or add colors to their piece is boring. It's like I need to do better than just thinking that. Let me back this up a little bit because I know I'm probably getting out of frame. I know people are, thinking, I'm not saying people that do stuff boring, that's all boring. You do what you want to do and you do what you like. So there's nothing wrong with that. It's your figure. It's your you know, you're going to display it. So, but I'm trying to get out of the mentality that, yeah, that's not too bad. So I need to back it up some more. I keep getting out of frame. I'll bring it closer when I have to, because I'm going to keep it out of frame. It's not, when I'm staring at this piece, I'm slowly coming back. Maybe I'll just hit some more around the front here. And when I discovered this paint here, it's so well and it's so user friendly. I was like, man, now I can't stop dry brushing everything gunmetal, so I had to step away from that for a while, just to back up and go, hey man, not everything can be gunmetal, you know. I guess it could if you really wanted it to, but not everything can be gunmetal. Why would you want it to be? At least try to get better at at the hobby that you're doing, you know. Which is obviously the objective. There we go. It's a little better. I still don't have the perfect dry brushing technique down, by no means, because I do watch a lot of tutorials on YouTube, because that's how people get better, when you look at other people and see what they're doing and take their advice and try to replicate what they're doing, but in your own kind of spin. You're trying to take it and you take it somewhere else. So that's kind of cool. I don't think I need this putty. Just going to be distracting, and it's not going to hit the edges like I want it to. That's what I think. So it's going to be a really quick video, and I appreciate everybody that takes the time and watches the videos. And if you happen to see this and you happen to make it this far into the video, if you want to, I have a gaming channel that's boring as hell, that I need to upload more on. I have a little bit, but I keep not uploading it because I just don't really care about it. But I'd like to really start doing more videos on there, which I did a few, you know, I still do once in a blue moon, but it's Pig Rat Productions. I'll probably have to throw that on the screen too. Maybe I'll do that for a selfish shout out to myself. How about that? So far, here's where we're at. Comparing to the other leg. I mean, it's pretty cool. I'm not sure exactly how deep I want to go with this. I just knew when I had the head sculpt, I knew exactly what I wanted to build, you know? So up here, I'm not sure yet. I'm not sure what to do with that. Maybe you can tell me. I'm going to do something with it, but I don't know what to do with it yet. I'm not sure. I think this is working out pretty well. It's working out pretty well. It's kind of neat. I mean, it really looks so much better when I get... These are going to be leather brown. I may go in here in leather brown with some of this as well. This may be leather brown with maybe that outline. You see the outline there? Maybe I'll leave that black, but that might look weird. I think I'll leather brown it, and then I'll hit it with a cream, a darker cream. I'll dry brush it. See, I'm only saying this, I'm only thinking out loud. But if you have an idea, let me know. I'm all open. I love it when people, I tell you, there's times where, you know, I talk to people and they say something I didn't even think about. I'm like, oh my God, that's perfect. Didn't even realize that what was right in front of me, and you know what I mean? Really weird. So got this one done. Let's go to this one. Same thing, just boring, that's all. Just sitting here boring you guys to death when you could be doing something else more productive. If you're watching this, and I appreciate it, it's too much. So I was telling myself, I bought a 3D printer, and I was telling myself, I'm going to print a couple things, then I'm going to print some things that the reason why I bought it. I wanted to do bigger pieces. That was a scenario as well, because boy, what a mistake I made and had to fix it. And I'll put that video up. We'll talk about that when I'm cleaning it up. I think I'll do a live when I clean it up a little bit. When I start, I got some cleanup, like where the supports are. I got to sand some stuff down. Like with any 3D print, especially a large one, you have to get sand it down really well, combine it together either with glue or multi-put or liquid, whatever it may be, your preference of putting pieces together that you printed separate. So that's going to be interesting. And I gotta, boy, did I make one of the biggest noobs mistake ever when it came to 3D printing. But the good thing is I definitely learned from it. I'm definitely not going to do that, what I did again, but I don't really want to talk about it here because you can't see the piece. So I'll stop running my mouth about it. I'm going to add some more of this. I don't need this putty. Let's get rid of the putty. A little bit more of this gunmetal. If you need gunmetal, at least for now, is the best. This war paints is great. Obviously a little more expensive than your typical acrylic, but not crazy expensive. It's definitely still affordable. I think like these here Createx, some colors I really like in Createx, but some I kind of don't. Black I do. Yellow I don't. I'm not buying yellow in Createx every and again. Now what I did was, to my surprise, when I needed yellow, I was like, I don't have any yellow. But this yellow here from Citadel, this really mixes well in the airbrush. You know, so does this black, of course, but every black kind of does because the pigment's not as demanding as a white would be. That's why white's so hard to get through the airbrush. I need to get some more of this, or go get some Citadel down the road here in the next couple weeks here and get me some more of this. This is great. If you got an airbrush, and if you know by painting with yellow, whether it's brush or airbrush, you know it's very, it's not user friendly. It's you got to go with light layers, and it's not as yellow's not your friend. Is all I got to say. Yellow is not your friend. So that's all I got to say. You know it. If you paint, you know yellow's not your friend. Yellow's a nice color. Yellow's a great color, but a really nice color, but especially for, you know, a muscle car, in my opinion. Yellow's great. Now that we're done that, I may venture, if I mess up, I can always go back and, well, you know what, I gotta do the arms. Gotta do the arms. Before we get to this next section and we'll be done, is the arms. So these are done. Well, as of right now. I have to throw some more of my gunmetal in there, and I hope they got more gunmetal where I usually buy this. What's disappointing, there's a game preserve up the road from my house that has Citadel Pro acrylic. That's another one. War paint. They don't have any Createx. What am I saying? Yeah, Createx. This is Hobby Lobby. This is about $5. Of course, you can't see it. This is usually $4.99 for this, the 2-ounce thing. But these here are kind of expensive because they're like, let me see if I can find a price. $4 or $5, maybe a little bit more because of the name. You know, it's Warhammer, you know. But I'm going to do some of the gauntlet today too, I think. And I tell you, man, I picked me up some more of this standard silver from Model Air. The best silver ever. I'm talking, I tried cheaper. I tried folk art. I tried, I don't know, craft arts. That's what it is. Yeah, I tried deco art, craft smart, not craft art. I tried craft smart. I tried folk art. I tried several different silvers. None of them compare to this Vallejo Model Air. I'm telling you. But this here, when you put it on something, it gets on it and everything else, meaning that you have to be really precise with your lines. If you have some straight lines, use this silver, but it is a kind of a one and done deal usually, not all the time, but usually. Folk art, you can put this all through the airbrush all day, exception of this is a great color, and you can tell it's all sloppy and messed up because this Brandywine, this will not, it congeals at the bottom of the glass, so I haven't figured. I give up. If I need this color, it'd be from another company. But folk art, I think so far 80% of the paints I've had on folk art will blend well. You can break it down well, at least with distilled water. It's all I use. Now, if you're going to try a different thing, if you use alcohol or some sort of thinner from a company, I don't know. I can only tell you folk art, you can mix with distilled water. That's all I use on my airbrush. I tried everything. That's the best thing for me. Maybe it's because of the climate down here when I'm in my basement and it's colder, or I don't know what it is, and just maybe I don't have expensive airbrushes. I don't know if it has to do with it. I don't know, but distilled water with everything. Createx, all of it, man. All of it. Craft Smart, this went through it. I can get Craft Smart through it, but it's going to be a challenge. It's going to be a pain because you're going to have to keep the dry tip on that to keep it where you need it to be, like your mixture wise. But if you make it too wet, it's wet. You know what I mean? And you don't really want it real wet. Not real wet. So anyway, I don't know, but I tell you, see if I can get this in here. See if I can. I don't like these. I'm not a big fan of these. I think these spikes on the side of the arm look kind of dumb. I'm sure I'm gonna have to go in here and straighten out this arm, because I already know now I'm already getting it on the arm, which is going to be kind of annoying. I'm gonna have to go in there and wipe some of that out, which is going to be extremely kind of, I wouldn't say difficult, but kind of aggravating, because I have no other way to do it as far as I know. I just wish these weren't there. I mean, I hit it twice, so with some clear coat, so I'm not worried about it. I can get it off. It's just, it happens. It's what it is when you paint. But I hate to clean. Well, I hate going back on things like this. Just like I have to come in here and, you know, get it all cleaned out. I'll clean it. Whether it's wet or dry, it doesn't matter. It'll come off. It comes right off. Yeah, it comes right off. It's not a big deal. But I don't know any other way to do it. And I'm surely not going to try to mask off in between these little belts. It's not going to happen. I could probably run a real thin beat if I really wanted to in between there, but I don't think you're even going to notice it, to be honest with you. Up here I can see it. I'm going to get rid of it. See? I can get rid of that. It's not a big deal. I don't think you'd even see it, tell you the truth, from, you know what I mean? See what I mean? You can't, I don't think you'd even see it if it was on the shelf or whatever you display your stuff at. I'm going to leave that like that because I kind of like it not completely one level of, it's not opaqued out, and it's not, it kind of varies where I hit it. I kind of like that. On top of that, I don't want to have to do too much cleanup when it comes to these I should have pulled these pins and got a different bicep and tricep. I should have. I didn't. So, but I you know, I don't know. It's not that big of a deal. See, it's too much. I'm probably going to hit it with some silver as well, just on the tips of these spikes. So, we'll see. I don't know. I mean, it's okay looking. It's all right. It's not bad. You know what I mean? It's not bad. Kind of like it. You know, it varies, but I can see the cleanup now. Put the Q-tip in your mouth instead of your ear. Get it a little wet. I'm not a big fan of putting Q-tips in my mouth. Not that it matters, just I don't like putting cotton in my mouth. Who likes doing that? So here we are. But hands down, man, if you want to start customizing, if you haven't already, pick yourself up some inexpensive McFarlane DC Multiverse figures. The reason I say that is because these here, they're wonderful, they're great. I love G.I. Joe, man. The plastic is really hard, so I had to basically keep him together to do him. I'm sure he might be dusty because I keep him out all the time. I really love this figure. I probably need to wash him down a little bit, but you get what I'm saying. I did all the, this was great. I love it. I may do the other one. I have another one. I bought two of these. I have the blue one, that how he comes. This, I know there's an orange one and a blue one. These were blue. I got them at Ross for $6 a piece. The orange was kind of too bright for me. I wouldn't mind red. I may make it, I don't know, man. I love this figure, man. I love the flamethrower. I love the axe. I love all the accessories. I love the G.I. Joe. They don't disappoint. They don't disappoint. I don't know. They don't disappoint. That's all I got to say. So anyway, we're gonna go in here now. Let's keep it going. Let's finish this up. See where we're at. And what we're gonna do is, I think I'm gonna take this wonderful silver that I love. I completely love. And you see these belts on here, or on the gauntlets. You see the belts. You see where, you know, they're belts. I don't know what I want to do with those. Let me stay out of screen so you can't see it. That's what I should do. I don't know what to do with those. I kind of like them silver, but until I do this, maybe I'll mess this up. I don't know, but we'll find out. Maybe I'll mess it up. Now you get ready for some amazing silver, is all I got to say. This silver is out of control. Let me clean the brush out. I know it's stupid, but it is gunmetal's a little obviously darker silver than silver itself, so I need to really dry this thing. Dry this thing really nice. Get it real dry, man. Really dry. Get it dry. Dry as I can. I don't, no water in there. No water. No water in there, man. No water. Here we go with the silver right here. Oh boy, this silver. And I tell you, it took me forever to go back and get some more. I tried to substitute a silver for this silver. Maybe you know one, maybe you're happy with a different one. I can't substitute it. I tried nickel. I didn't try chrome. Chrome would be nice. But I think when it comes to silver, it's going to have to stay Vallejo, the company Vallejo. It's going to, hands down. So here we go. I don't know, here before and after. So, but my dry brushing skills aren't the best. They're not the best. I'm trying to, like I said, you got to watch this silver, man. You see what I mean? This silver, I'm barely touching it. I'm barely touching it. That looks sweet. That almost looks better than a Big Mac from McDonald's. Got to keep that cholesterol and sugar up, you know what I mean? Look at that. Look at that. Man, look at that. Look at that. I love that, man. Now what I'll probably do, I know this is subtle so far. Look at that. Look at this. Just a difference, man. What I'll probably do is I'll probably go with some wash in between the cracks or the whole thing after I seal this. I'm going to seal it first. Man, that's out of control right there. That's nuts. Yeah, I'm probably going to go in with the wash, man. This is beautiful. This silver's too much, man. This silver's way too much. It's too much. It's bananas. And you got to remember, I got a giant light above me, a giant light. So you got to, if you're going to do any silver, man, this looks so much. This looks good so far away. Look at this. Look at that. Look at hitting the tops. Look at that. Man. This silver, I want to drink it. I'm going to do some shots with it. I know that sounds dumb. I'm not going to do it, but I could drink. I don't know, man. This silver, I think so far, this is the best paint I ever painted with. This Vallejo Model Air silver. It's so user friendly. It does all the work for you. And I know I sound like a QVC guy here, and you'd think they give me this stuff for free, but unfortunately that's not the case. But I tell you, man, I don't know, man. That's the way to go. I'm probably gonna we're gonna leave it at that, because what I'm gonna do is, since I got it where I want it to be, let me dab this a little. Decisions. I gotta hit in here a little bit. The problem is, here's the problem. That's way too much silver. Didn't need to dump that in there. Why I say that is because that little tiny dot I just put in there, barely anything. For what I need it for, it's not that big a deal. But what I'm saying is, I can't keep on messing with it because I'll lose what I have. It'll rub right off. It'll rub right off. I'll lose it, you know? So I don't want to lose what I have. You have to seal this and then come back. See, that's it. That's all I'm doing. That's it. I did use that little bit, but at the same time, this is too much, man. You can see, like, I gotta remember, there's a huge light above me, so you can see. You know what? Why we have the brush have a little bit on there? Let's hit these little tops here. Let's hit these. You know what I mean? Just a little bit. Not a lot. Just subtly, like it's not even there. Like I didn't even do it. It's like you didn't even hit it. I know. But I did. I can't see it. Neither can I. That's how subtle. Look at that, because it's going to glimmer. It's going to glimmer, man. It's going to glimmer. Boy, we're getting there now. We're getting there. I'm excited about this build. Now, I don't know if I should go in here and hit these. Should we? Oh, man, I don't want to mess this up. I don't know. I'm going to hit a little bit, okay? How about a little bit? I don't know if I should do that. We're going to hit a little bit down here. We're going to take some silver. Just going to hit the tops of these boots, because I can't stop it now with the silver. I'm out of control. Boy, I'm glad I don't do fentanyl. If I did that, I'd be no good. I wouldn't be able to afford any paint. All right, here we go. Now we got to hit this one, just because we did the other one. I can see it. I can see it. Maybe you guys can't, but I can see it. It's there. That's the beauty of having your brush almost out of paint completely on the brush when you're dry brushing. And I don't know what I'm talking about. I just know what I'm looking at. That's wonderful. This here, magical, man. All right, guys. Thank you for watching. Give me some advice on the Batman if you want. And then I'll see you on the next one.
Say what again? Say what again? I dare you. I double dare. Say what one more goddamn time.